This is our 5th travel diary, and today we're going to catch you up on Minneapolis and Las Vegas. We've got so much footage from those two places, but we didn't really talk when we were doing it just because we were so busy and we were around a lot of people. So we're going to talk you through our time in Minneapolis and Las Vegas. We had a really good time there.
Yeah, we had so much fun. Or we want to go back to Las Vegas.
Oh, 100%.
And we didn't even gamble. So that's saying something.
Yeah, and we didn't even really spend any money.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're pretty good.
So let's get into it.
So from Milwaukee, we took a train to Minneapolis, and that took about 6 hours.
Yeah, it was quite long.
Yeah, it was a very long train ride. But when we got there, we were greeted with our friends from America, and they took us straight to a Wild playoff game. If you don't know what Wild is, it is a NHL hockey team, and they were in the playoffs, and honestly this atmosphere was insane.
It was crazy. So our friends actually surprised us with it, and while I was on the train I realised I'd been glutened, so I messaged them and said, like, you guys go out, because we were just meant to be going out for dinner. I was like, you guys go out for dinner, I'm just going to go back to the house because I'm not feeling very well. And then they had to tell us, like, oh, we're actually going to surprise you with an NHL playoff game in a suite. So we were like, okay, I need to take all the pills, etc. So we made it happen, and it was honestly the best game of sport we've ever gone and watched.
Yeah. It was honestly Operation Get Hannah fixed because we are not missing this opportunity.
We did not want to miss it at all. And Wild won, so it was even better. It was so much fun.
So on our trip, we're kind of collecting some souvenirs. And one of the souvenirs is a Wild flag, that Wild sweat towel or a Wild towel that we got. So in the video, you'll see all these white things going around and around, and it was amazing. Like, we got to keep that, and it was an awesome souvenir for us.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Because we're on a suite, we're lucky enough to be in a suite, they had a dessert cart. So it came around.
Unreal.
And there was everything you could want. So ice cream, brownie, cake, lollies.
The cake slices were huge, like huge, not for one person.
No.
What did you get? A cookie and ice cream?
Yeah, I got cookie and ice cream, but man, some of the plates that came were just piled up with ice cream. It was
and like
crazy.
Whipped cream and sprinkles and everything. Like, they had literally everything. They even had a little gluten-free brownie for me, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, had a full buffet, and then I had full access to the mini fridge as well that they had. So we had quite a few.
You had a few beers.
Yeah, quite a few beers. Big Kahuna was the drink that I was drinking.
Oh yeah.
That was nice.
So then the next day, we went to the NFL draft, which is sort of like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So the NFL draft was actually in Green Bay, which is closer to Milwaukee than we were to Minneapolis. We went with our friends, they drove us, and on the way we stopped at quite a few places. So the first place we stopped was the Cheese Factory. Now, I thought that they were taking us to like the American Cheese Factory, like you've heard of. It's got like the cheesecakes and stuff. But no, it was literally a cheese factory, like rounds of cheese. You could see them making cheese. They even had like their own cows that they like were milking and stuff like that. So it was a full-on cheese factory. And you got a cheese toasty, eh?
Cheese toasty. This thing was quite big as well. It was a decent piece, and it was really good. I think they grilled it, or it was a lot of butter and a lot of flavour, like typical American food, but it was really nice.
Another thing that we found, and I think it's a Minneapolis delicacy, is the cheese curds.
Yes.
So they had lots of cheese curds there, but you guys actually had cheese curds at the NFL draft, didn't you? Yeah. Deep fried cheese curds. They looked so good.
They looked so nice. I couldn't put them down, and I really had to stop and not have it because there was no stopping me. So
on the way to the draft, we actually stopped in at another restaurant. It was Harley Davidson. It was like a cafe, restaurant, museum, zoo, shop,
the works.
Like everything. But this guy literally builds functioning motorbikes and things. But like, it's crazy. Like, there was this huge motorbike. How do you even explain it? I mean, we'll show you, but that was that could function. Yeah. So there were, I think, 8 or 12 motorbikes all in a line, and all the engines were connected. Yeah.
So you had your steering wheel at the front and then seats all the way back. And it worked, which was crazy.
And there was the...
Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
built
Ferris
out of
wheel.
motorbikes.
Yeah. It was insane. So in this zoo, there was crocodiles.
Yeah. A lot of crocodiles.
Parrots that would talk.
Camel?
Was there a camel? No, there was something else that was... Turtles?
No, there was one in the back paddock.
Oh, yeah.
There was camel and then there was
Emus?
Emus,
Emus?
yeah.
Emus. There was so many different animals, like really random animals.
Big snakes as
Oh
well.
yeah, big snakes.
That we couldn't find in one of the display things. And
No
we
good.
heard a lady saying, "Oh yeah, it got out." Oh, we got out. We'll see you later. But I think she was playing a joke on us because no, thank you.
There was everything. So once we got to the draft, we actually got to go and see the field that American football was played on, and that capacity for the seats was like 80,000, eh?
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah, and apparently it's filled every single game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Green Bay, didn't they say Green Bay only has like 80,000 people?
Yeah.
It was so huge. So basically the NFL draft, they had 250,000 people there. So there was like the stadium that was like full of people, but they actually extended it down the streets as well. And they had like artificial turf where people could play games, and there was like lots of activation set up, but it was pissing down.
Yeah, it was freezing
It was
as well.
so cold and wet. And do you remember I had to put your thermals on?
Yeah.
So I had my thermals on, like my pants, my top. I ended up putting Ethan's on top of that, like pants and top, and then my pants, and then like a jersey, a jacket. Like I was in layers and I was freezing.
Yeah. I ended up giving her my jacket as well, or my hoodie.
Yeah. It was so cold, but well worth it. Like, who can say that I've been to the NFL draft? So that was really cool.
So after we got back from Green Bay, which was about 1 a.m. after our long day, we actually had to get up nice and early and head into town because we were going to a Twins vs Angels game.
It's actually insane. We got so much packed in those few days.
Yeah.
But like, amazing experiences.
It was also another corporate box as well, so that was cool. Like some of the best seats
Yeah.
ever been.
And then the Twins won. It was Twins vs Angels.
They also had another buffet with drinks, and then the dessert cart came around, and this was insane. They put all the ice cream in front of you and mixed it all up on one of those freezing.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And you got it in a little...
We got it in a little helmet, so like a baseball helmet. They put it into that, and that was your cup.
So cool. And then afterwards, there was actually a wild game on again. So we went to a pub and watched it. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but everyone had a few drinks and they took us out to have a look around, especially where like the Minnesota College is.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Our friends then took us to their lake house, which was so lovely. But on the way, we stopped for breakfast because they really wanted to show us there's this cafe and they do this huge pancake.
Yeah.
It's literally like the size of a pizza. So you guys got to eat that as well.
Yeah. Stuck in. There was about, there was four of us, and I don't think we finished it.
No, you didn't.
We couldn't get it down.
Yeah.
After our meal, they took us to their lake house, which was about a 2-hour drive. And we ended up going ATVing, tandem biking, and one of my main reasons to go to the US was kind of shoot some guns. So he was more than happy to take us to the firing range and go shoot some guns.
You had a great time.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
While we were also in Minneapolis, like the night before we left, we went to the Mall of America, which was really, really cool. There's literally like a theme park inside the mall. It was huge food court, everything you can think of.
Yeah.
But the main, like, what the heck was that there was a literal theme park inside it. Overall, we had such an amazing time in Minneapolis, and we're just so grateful for our friends that they hosted us and like gave us the best experience ever. Yeah, it was so much fun. And then if we get on to Las Vegas, I feel like Las Vegas will have a special place in our hearts because it was so much fun. Like, we weren't even doing anything to have fun. Like, we didn't go clubbing, we didn't put money on things. Like, we weren't doing the classic Las Vegas this is what you come for.
Yeah.
We literally were just walking around and it was the best time.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a place that we want to go back with some friends because we were only there for 2 days.
Yeah. When we landed in Vegas, our plan was to go straight back to our Airbnb and set up base and then kind of go into the strip and have a look around.
Because when I booked it, it said it was advertised like 10 to 15 minutes from the strip.
Yeah. So we got on a bus from the airport and it took us to pretty much the other side of Vegas. It was an hour from our Airbnb to the strip on the bus. So we decided that it wasn't for us. Like, it was a very nice Airbnb, but it just wasn't for us and wasn't for what we wanted to do.
Especially because we only had 2 days and we didn't have time to be on a bus for an hour before we actually got to the place we were trying to look at.
Yeah. We also had a couple of encounters on the bus where we kind of felt like this is a bit scary, like maybe we shouldn't.
The first time we felt like that in America.
Yeah, that was the first time that we were like, oh, this is scary. Hannah had sorted some accommodation for us on the strip, so we Ubered back into the strip and then checked into our hotel.
And it also was the hotel that we were getting picked up from for the Grand Canyon the next day, so we were just like, it's a loss, like we lost some money from it, but it's the best decision we made because we had such a good time.
Yeah. So we got to walk up and down the strip. So first day we went was Grand Canyon.
Good morning. We are going to the Grand Canyon today. So we've just hopped on into a bus and waiting to leave our hotel. Very excited. There's a few stops on the way as well, so we'll get to see a little bit more of Las Vegas. We've picked up our coffees.
But Nevada is the most mountainous state in the United States.
We're now at We're now at the Joshua Tree Forest and we're just stopped to have a look around. There's a caution for rattlesnakes and black widow spiders. So we're sort of keeping our distance from the bushes and the trees a little bit, but we've gone for a wee walk in there. But it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of Joshua trees, and apparently this is the only place in the world that Joshua trees grow.
And pistachios.
Oh yeah, we just went past a pistachio farm. I got some footage of the trees, but that was really cool. But yeah, we're at the Joshua Tree Forest. We're now at Guano Point. Apparently this is 10 times better than Eagle Point. The views are just insane.
So we did a whole day at Grand Canyon and then we did about an hour walking after and go and got some food and parked up. So we get up and we went and saw the Las Vegas sign and we took a couple of photos and then we headed back into town and made it onto the strip. Yeah,
we went down one way and came back the other. As we would go down, we'd go into each hotel and casino and just check out what it was like. And my favourite was probably Bellagio. Was amazing with their like flower.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was so cool.
We would walk into one, get lost, and then we'd end up walking out of another casino.
Yeah.
So they must be all
joined somehow.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere fun, you don't actually have to spend a lot of money there.
No.
Like our hack, I don't know if people do this, but our hack was we would go to a CVS pharmacy, grab a drink, they were like $3 there, and then you just take them into the casinos because for some reason in Las Vegas you can drink everywhere. Like you could even go to a restaurant and get a takeaway drink.
Yeah. Well, instead of paying $20 at the casino for the exact same drink, we got a $3 one, and you're allowed to walk in with it.
Yeah.
So why not?
That was so good.
We also managed to clock up 40,000 steps that day, and we did it in jandals.
Insane. We were like, why are our legs so sore?
Yeah.
That night we also made sure we were near Bellagio when it got dark so that we could watch the water fountain go off, and that was really, really cool. Yeah. But it was different every time, eh?
Yeah.
We stayed for a couple of them, or like we would see it and then we'd go into a casino and then when we popped back out we watched it again. It was different, like music and
movements.
Yeah. And the little Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the Eiffel Tower in the background was really cool.
Yeah. So we had the best time in Minneapolis and Las Vegas, and we'll see you in our next vlog.
So we had a bit of a sleep in, got up nice and early. Got up the next day and decided to go exploring. So we went straight to the Hollywood sign. Oh my god!